welcome back. Figured it's about time I gave you an update on where I've been and what I've been doing. You have to excuse the video quality. I'm using my phone and there's a crack right in front of the camera. So, Dakota's still sitting on jack stands. It runs. My front crank position sensor, the ring and the sensor mount, it all works. It runs. The drive shaft I need is going to be really expensive. It's probably going to be somewhere, it's between $1,000 and $1,500. Not that I couldn't figure out how to do that. There's kids on the way. There's no reason for me to stretch that far right now. Plus, I still got to get a controller. After that, it's pretty much ready to go. It runs. But I'm not worried about that right now. It's going on the back burner. So, like I said, me and my wife, we got a kid on the way, and we've purchased some land. I've got about 11.5 acres. It is completely wooded. And I've been out here every weekend chopping down trees and burning stuff. So I got a couple updates on the ZJ, and I've got a new truck, new to me truck, and then I've got another new project that I already made a post about, but I'll get a little more into it. So I'll show you what I've done with the ZJ. It's not much, but it's just a little bit. I've been using it as a workhorse out here. Because before, I can get my truck up and down the trail now, but there wasn't a trail. It was all thick trees, absolutely. You could barely walk through it. So I ran over trees with the Jeep, busted all the headlights off, and then I had to do some upgrades. I'll show you what it did. Here it is. It's still same height, same suspension, everything, just a 3-inch puck lift. Once I started clearing the land here, which I've got a good bit done. I've been out here for a couple months. But it was just absolutely as thick as that everywhere here. And everywhere else is a pretty tall embankment. This is the only place I could actually get in. Anyway, I busted all the headlights off of this. Me and my wife were going to go try driving around with no bumper on it. And busted all the headlights off. So now I've got this bumper, which was, I don't remember, I have to find the link. But this is an eBay special. It actually stuck out quite a bit further. And then I moved the mounts in the frame. I re-drilled the holes and scooted everything back 3 inches because this was all the way to here whenever I scooted it back. So I chopped it down. I didn't want it sticking out so dang far. And it didn't matter to me when I put a winch on it if the winch is where the grill was. I will put headlights back on it eventually, but for right now I'm just running crap over. And where the winch goes holds the chainsaw just fine, so I can go until I can't go, get out, chop some trees down, go some more. Dented the gate, didn't bust the glass though. And this was the only fire pit I had at the time, so I was taking the Jeep up. Well, that was before. I was going up the hill, which will wear your ass out. Doesn't look that steep, but it is. Grabbing trees I cut down, dragging them down the hill, and it was just taking forever. So I didn't want to bust the windows out on this thing or crunch anything else back into the trees. So I got this eBay special. I mean, that front bumper, it was like $700. This was probably $600 after shipping. Because freight on something this large is pretty decent. So I hook a chain to this guy and I drag trees down the hill now. Much easier. The Jeep does the work. But I've just been using it. At this point, I'm just leaving it out here in the woods. Tucked up behind some trees. So it's done what I've needed it to do, and it will do some more. And once I'm done using it as a workhorse, we'll put headlights back in it. I still want to do the 2x6 rockers and everything, and I'll get to that eventually, but not now. I was surprised that I ripped the mirror off because I've beat the crap out of those mirrors, and I've had the Jeep on its side going down embankments, and the mirrors just flopping in the breeze, and it's fine. I touched one tree out here and it was gone. Well, that's it for the Jeep. It wasn't too far into this. Once I started on the land where I work, sometimes we get old trucks and they sell them. Well, there was usually the rockers are rotted out and they're old work trucks. Well, this one was pretty nice. No rust. Rockers are good. Everything's pretty decent. There's one dent in this door, and the front bumper is just a little bent from hitting something. Not even that hard. But it had the typical Hemi cam failure, or the lifter failure. So I got it pretty cheap. I bought it for a couple grand, and then I put about 3 into it because I didn't go back factory replacement. I did the MDS delete with the good lifters. I went with a Texas Speed Stage 3 cam and the fancy push rods and the spring upgrade, and the valve job was so worn out because it has 230,000 miles, I think, something like that. But anyway, that's all done. So I've got a 2017, maybe 18, I don't remember. What is this thing? Yeah, 11 and 16. I've got a 2017 Dodge Ram with 5.7 four-wheel drive with the 8-speed. And now that I've had a truck with the 8-speed, the Dakota is going to be awesome. I've been teaching myself how to tune these things. Let's see. So I got it running good enough I can drive it. Pretty decent. There's still some learning to do.
This newest furniture store.
But I remote tuned Jeeps, boosted Jeeps, and those things, so I wanted to tune this myself and learn how to do it. I still gotta figure out what that check engine light is. It took a while for that one to come on. I still got factory manifolds. Still got its converters. Just going into the single factory exhaust into a Flowmaster Flow FX, which is like a MagnaFlow. So you can still hear some cam, but it's mild. But it runs damn good. It's just enough cam that if you drag the brake at a stop, the truck bucks just a little bit. But if you just stop, foot on the brake, you can't tell. You take off, you can't tell. It's only when you make it do it or let it slowly push through the brakes. And eventually we'll get the 1320 converter or something. I don't want to go much more with it. It's been a damn good truck. Yeah, 226,000. I had a code coming up because it's looking for the variable valve timing, and I've got it shut off, or it's got the limiter and locked out. I'm sure it's probably something involving that, but I haven't done that much data logging. My laptop battery is crap, so I got enough where it runs fine. I just gotta check that out and put some air in the tire, apparently. Ah, 32 is good enough. So that's what I've done. I don't have the garage like I used to. I have a garage, but it's not big enough to put anything in or have access to a garage. So it's too damn hot outside, and the lighting and everything. So when I was doing the bumpers, it was just a get it done job. I didn't want to go through the effort of making videos, even though I should have. Even with the truck, when I did all the cam stuff, I should have. But I'm out there sweating my ass off and doing this all weekend. It just didn't have it in me to do that. But the plan for this place is to build a barn dominium or a shop and a house and all that crap. And once I can get a big metal building up, then life gets easier making videos. Then it doesn't matter if it's raining or not, if it's too damn bright outside or too dark. All those variables go away. But I'm a good bit off from that. So I've been doing the only thing I can do. Baby's on the way. I can't spend a ridiculous amount of money, but I can come out here, a little bit of gas and a chainsaw and my time, and just get to it. So anyway, XJ, friend I work with, wanted it gone. It's a 4.6 stroker. It's got force pistons. It probably has decent rods. I'm not sure. It's probably just a cast crank. So he wanted it gone. It's been sitting forever. It's wiped out 2 cams since he's had it. I mean, he had it built. Wiped out a cam. They rebuilt it with a new cam, ate it again. I haven't touched it. I ran it long enough to get it on the trailer and get it down to where it's at. I don't plan on using the engine in the XJ. The ZJ here, it always, if it came down to idle after it was warm, oil pressure light always goes off. Or always comes on. It beeps and tells you there's no oil pressure. I'm sure there is because it's still running. But whatever the minimum is for that light, it's past that. But it has 300 and something thousand miles on it, and then plenty of abuse. So my plan is to do, I got that GS300, I got it yesterday, I got it cheap enough. My plan is to take the 2J and put it in the XJ, and then eventually I'll take the 4.6 and I'll fix the ZJ with it. Right now I got to where I used to panic every time the oil pressure light or the beep would go off, and now it's fine. It's gone off enough and I just leave it running and it keeps running. So it has enough oil pressure to do whatever it does. But in the end, it'll end up getting the stroker. I'll take both of them apart and make something decent. I've got an idea maybe that might work for an even bigger blower to put an M112 on it with the same type mount I have. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I think it will. But those are all down the road. I think we're 6 to 8 weeks from baby time, and then I'm sure I'll be busy doing other things for quite a while, which I'm very excited about. It's a new venture in life. But that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing, and this is what I'm going to keep doing. It's steep as shit once you get up there, but the Ram, the four-wheel drive, it like locks the front pretty good. It's open in the back, but once it's in four-wheel drive, it'll go right up that thing. The Jeep being open, I still have to give it the beans to get up there, but it crawls up that fine, and I've got some other places now that I've cleared out more trees to get up there. So I'll be out here every weekend. I got 2 more days straight of this. Then back to work next week after Tuesday, and then next weekend comes again, and I'll be out here again. But I'll be getting to the XJ soon. I might wait for the temperature to come down just a little bit more, but I'm excited about that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I know it's been a while. I'll get back to it eventually. Life changes, it's just part of it. Thank you.